Got a late one for you today. Bullish Nation is a celebration. I got a interesting one for you guys today. So, there's a situation going on and someone in my circle's life where they have to deal with some pretty difficult parties in the workplace, right? And the easiest thing I could say to that is, fuck you, you're fucking with my money. Point blank and period. I think that's a statement that anyone and everyone can resonate with because everybody needs money. In this day and age, we live in a world where having currency means you can live with accommodations and supplement things out in your life to make it easier. So when somebody messes with that, that's a big problem. And stating things in a way that people can understand helps garner the right kind of support in that situation. And if being able to talk to people in the correct manner when you have hardship going on in your life actually alleviates friction and gets you through those situations, then the same thing can be said about yourself. And I think a lot of the times people look at the situations that they're in and they communicate the same way that they talk to themselves. And that's an issue. Because the same way you talk to girls is the same way you should be talking to yourself. And that's why you're not good in the dating market, because you don't know how to talk to yourself. It's a weird thing to say, but it's true. I think a lot of the times we have voices trapped in our minds of our mom, our uncle, our dad, our grandparents, our older sibling that, our family told us to look up to or be more like, Yeah, let's instill a complex into our children by telling them they should be more like another one and just eradicate who they are as individuals and be somebody else. Nice. That's a whole other topic for a different video. But the main topic is the ability to talk to yourself positively and coherently ultimately creates an easier bridge to cross when conflict arises between you and another party. Because if you talk to yourself very negatively and in an undeserving tone, you're going to be okay with that kind of disrespect with people around you. And especially new people. New people, you need to teach them how to treat you. If they don't treat you with love and respect, they're going to treat you with disrespect. Okay? And it's really easy to do that, man. It's really easy for someone to genuinely be an asshole and come off as like he's just a fun jerk. And then 3 months down the line, this person's actually hitting you. Or this person's stealing from you. Or they're genuinely like a volatile friendship in your life that you don't know how to build boundaries with and leave because a part of you sees this as familiar and nothing is wrong with it, but your mind knows that the ante of disrespect has gone up, but the emotions are too afraid to do something about it. That's why you have to be very specific and intentional and also discerning with who you let be around you and how they act towards you specifically. And in that context, more specifically, when you guys first interact. That first month or a couple of weeks that you meet somebody as a friend or a potential like romantic pursuit, you need to be very, very particular and watch out for certain things that they say or do. A good example of that is like you guys go out on this is actually the best one, bro. When you guys go out to eat as a group or with just more than two people, like more than just a duo, you get to see how that person acts to strangers. If they are incredibly disrespectful to like your server or people working in service, or they don't attempt to hold the door for other people in the group, let's say like at Chili's, like you open the initial door and you see and they're the first person to walk through and they don't try to open the next door for somebody else, but they wait for someone to do it. Fuck them, bro. They're selfish, right? Or if they're disrespectful to a stranger, I promise you, once you become a stranger to them or very familiar, they're going to treat you the same way. And that's the best time to see someone for who they are, because in a group, people feel safe enough to show you who they actually are because they feel accepted. And then you'll also see how they talk to themselves based on how they project and treat other people. But the only real thing outside of all these complex interpersonal dynamics that you can control is how you talk to yourself. And if you talk to yourself in a high regard, you will not tolerate disrespect anywhere. And you will automatically just set boundaries. Because your subconscious will kick in and say, I don't deserve that. I take care of myself. I make sure to get up every morning to hit my weights for the day or my cardio, and then I'm going to go later. The discipline I have to ensure that my body is a powerful, structured temple, and that my mind is sharp with my reading and writing, and that my emotions and soul are in alignment within my prayer and meditation. I do too much to take care of myself and show myself that I love me to let you disrespect me this way. Now, if you have bad self-talk, actions like the ones I just mentioned, journaling, prayer/meditation, physically taking care of yourself with nightly stretches, morning dynamic wake-ups, doing, just being in the gym period and like pushing yourself to achieve new things, reading books, shit, even giving yourself time to like spend 30 minutes to make a cool build on Destiny without using prismatic, and you're using 2 elements to make something crazy happen. That can be something that helps you stimulate your mind and take care of yourself. But when you're not talking to yourself well, you end up in situations where other people will dictate how you are allowed to be treated because you don't have a spine. You don't do anything or have anything to show for yourself that you take care of yourself. There's nothing about you that presents status, that presents an idea of I have leverage here because I'm physically strong. If anyone should be giving fitness advice in the workplace, it's going to be me. There's this little, what you want, fuckboy? Yeah, I was going to say, there's this tomcat trying my set. And within that, or even like a nerd, bro. Have you ever seen nerds have a nerd off? Like, oh, well, have you seen this archaic anime that was first introducing some ecchi themes in it? And blah, blah, blah. And now Boku no Pico and High School DxD and High School of the Dead. Or I'm naming a bunch of just like vulgar stuff that I don't recommend you watch. It literally does nothing for your brain but rot it. But yeah, like I've seen nerds nerd off. And I've seen weebs do it in middle school. And I learned where like that cringy attitude came from. And it's just, they want to be more dominant. I'm more dominant because I have more leverage and knowledge here. Which is a form of like self-care, right? Because they're trying to show that they know so much that they cannot be trespassed on. Weird example, but it is what it is. Ultimately, back to the workplace. If you don't have anything that shows that you take care of yourself or that you can like speak on something with a lot of leverage, nobody's going to respect you. But one of the funny things is, one of the places that you will always have leverage, do not weaponize this. I swear to God, if you weaponize this, I'm going to beat your ass. The one place you can have a lot of leverage in is telling people how things make you feel. But I don't want you to be like a prepubescent bitch about it. And be like, oh, well, this made me feel this way and that. No. One of the pieces I gave to advice to the individual today about how, when they go into their meeting is saying, I know myself well enough that this will make me feel X way and it's going to affect my income in Y way. That shit is huge. Because who the fuck on earth can tell you, actually, no, because I can read your mind and understand your social dynamics and the way that you have evolved in the past three months and how you just grow differently within the quarters, that you're actually going to grow some emotional resilience to that and then just undermine yourself and take the punishment and tolerate the disrespect, and it actually won't interfere with your income, but it'll interfere with your mental health. No, nobody has that. Nobody fucking has that on earth. So when you talk to yourself well and you garner the leverage of knowing how things make you feel, even then, outside of being jacked or being knowledgeable or just being a rock star in the office, you can set up barricades and check people from disrespect. Because you can tell them, I don't want to have this kind of conversation. It's negative. It's going to affect me negatively, and it's going to throw me off my routine. It's going to just mess with my internal feng shui. Dude, you can do that. Who the fuck's going to tell you otherwise? And if anyone has a say besides understanding you or respecting that you just said that, fuck them. Cleave them from your life. They're not here to help you. They're here to keep you in that negative self-talk so you can be a tool for them so they can have fun with you and manipulate you and get rises and do whatever they want with you around. Fuck all that. All of that amazing boundary setting comes from the understanding of the self. And a lot of the reasons there's a bunch of jack guys like me that are prophets that always tell you to hit the gym is because you can literally see yourself getting better, getting stronger, and earning it week in, week out. You're literally earning the physique. You're earning the ability to do more. So who the fuck in your life is supposed to tell you how to live it when you are actively doing something that's making you feel better? It's garnering you more social credit. It's upping your rep. Just your rep anywhere you walk into, you immediately have a higher rep than anybody else. You're also just stronger than them. Like, this is a very brutish take, but it's like, what is anyone around you supposed to do if you just get pissed off enough? Or if you decide to say, you know what, that's enough disrespect, I'm going to put my hands on you. Nothing. They just got to take it, bro. Like, they're fucked. It just is what it is. There have been times where I've let myself pop off, fly off the handle in a controlled manner, just so people can see. Like, hey man, you're getting to the point where this is almost justified, so I'm going to show you a little bit of it, and I'm going to let you see how much control you actually don't have right now. I'm going to show you how much control I'm letting you have within this this social interaction, because I'm adhering to whatever the fuck society is now. Like, you're lucky I'm emotionally mature enough and I understand how things work, and I'm trying to play this mental politics game with you to figure things out instead of just die. No, none of that. You're welcome. It's a kind of like a you're welcome that I don't just remove your kneecaps because they're a privilege. No. So all that starts with the internal talk. Talking nice about yourself. Looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, that guy fucks, dude. That guy fucks. That guy's got it together. And if you're not doing that, then there's something wrong with you. And that's okay, because there's something wrong with me. And I'm still figuring it out myself and learning every day how to get better. But it's that part of you that doesn't fit in. That one screw that's a little loose, that leaves room for great ideas or influence that only you can tap into to drive yourself into the next phase of your life. It all starts with the self-talk, man. I'm telling you, like, if there was one thing that I would want you to start immediately tomorrow, is start talking to yourself positively in the mirror. Also, pose more. And I'm not saying like like Iron Age bodybuilder or Golden Age bodybuilder, none of that. I'm just saying, like, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips, try to, take up a space where you are, again, hand on your hips, or do this, something, like start posing, because that's actually a way that the subconscious starts to learn that you like yourself. When you can show yourself that you can kind of take up space and you can open up your armpits, or, put your hands up and speak, that shows your body you're safe. You're telling yourself that you're in control of that situation. And a lot of the times you are, but I know most of the time you don't feel that way. You don't feel like you're in control. So show yourself you're in control and that you have the necessary fundamentals within social dynamics and just with your intelligence that you can hang. So do that with your body, And then after that, go furthermore, talk to yourself nicely in your mind, especially when you see yourself in the mirror. One of my favorite ones is, I always tell my girlfriend, I was like, you're going to have a great day today. And she's like, yeah, well, if this person doesn't piss me off, no. If they're trying to piss you off, they're not having a good day. You're having a good day. That's the difference. Who cares what anyone else thinks? You're having a great day. This is my day to have. I was saying it earlier today too. It's like me and my buddy and I were leaving the apartment. I was about to take my dog for a walk and he was going to go head home. I said, keys, wallet, phone, good attitude. Bro, good attitude. You got to have a good attitude towards yourself. I will hammer this in. I've been hammering this in practically for almost 15 minutes. You need to be talking to yourself well. Because as soon as you walk outside your door, nobody gives a fuck about you. And you've probably been in situations before where you've noticed your family actually doesn't give that much of a fuck about you. You are the first person that's there to protect yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. And you are the last person that's there to protect yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. So if in those two instances you are not reliable, you aren't going to go very far in life. If you can't immediately rely on yourself for something, GG, bro, you're fucked. And then when there's no one else around, you can't immediately tap into yourself and be reliable for protecting yourself or picking yourself up and chasing what you need to, GG, you're fucked, bro. It's that simple. It's as simple as starting to talk to yourself in a positive manner. And if you don't understand that, that's fucking weird, because I've just been saying it for 15 minutes straight. But on top of that, if you need to hear it some more times, dude, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. I got time. It's basically what my business is. I'm here to drill in positive mentality, adept interpersonal skills, and you to be jacked as shit. That is literally what I'm here to do. Because you guys deserve to live a life that you feel is fulfilled, exciting, and that you're really getting everything out of the life that's around you. You feel like you're really getting everything out of all the social groups that are around you, that you can interact with anybody and tap into how they behave and what they like. You should feel confident enough to do that. Not even confident enough. You should feel so full of life that you're getting all of that by proxy. You are pouring so much into yourself that people just want to be around you because you're a sick, fun dude, and they want some of that. And because of them wanting some of that energy, they give you some of their energy in exchange. And it just becomes this spiraling upward motion of just success. And you're at the center of that. And you know what happens with spirals? They pierce the heavens. So if you want to learn how to harness your positivity, master positive self-talk, and create an attitude that pierces the heavens, hit your boy up. What's the worst thing that can happen? People start liking you? You tell me, bro.